as you walk with God, as you move with God, you will acknowledge that there's a gap in your knowledge. That gap is what will humble you and will bring you perpetually to the place of prayer so that you can perceive what he's doing in you. The moment you perceive what he's doing in you, and in order for you to have a name to that which is doing, you must have excelled in obedience for a long time. Then you begin to see the pattern of what is constructed. Then you know, okay, okay, this is what you yourself will discover yourself. When you begin to yield to him consistently, you'll be able to understand his workings and what he wants to achieve through your vessel. You will never know you. You will never know your flavor. You will never know your type. You will never know your style. God is the one that will reveal it, and he will reveal it through ounces of obediences, and then you'll be able to see the pattern. Are you there? Are you with me? I noticed that whenever I came to preach and I preached about the kingdom, his hand was so strong. If I preach about something else, he's not there. Then over time I now discovered, I was raised to be a preacher of the reign of Christ, the reign of God. So since then, I stayed there. I built my own vocabulary in English language to support teaching of this subject. Are you following me? I went into ancient English, the medieval English, the types that speak in the 15th century, 14th century, to find power kingdom vocabulary in order to support the expression of that which he has called me to deliver to my generation. Oh, I did some work because I started understanding what he wanted me to be. It took obedience for the shape of that which he wanted to do through my vessel to be known to me. Who told you know yourself? You know what he wants. Who told you? It will take obedience for many years for you to see the shape of what he wants to build through your life. You think you just stumble on it? You can't put a name to it until you know the story that God is telling through your vessel from heaven. Maybe outside there now we have a cluster of books that people are available for people to buy. When I come to that place, I know the ones to buy for what he's doing in my vessel. It's not every book I can buy. No, I don't have such money to waste. What you are preaching is truth in that book. It is not relevant to me because I know what he's doing through. Do you understand that? You'll not even know what you need, the books you need in your library. You'll not even know, oh my God, you'll be buying things you need to destroy because you have not walked with him long enough for you to know the shape of what he's doing through your vessel. You'll not know what to learn. You'll not know what to unlearn. You'll not know which of your mentors to cut off from. You'll not know which one to run away from. You'll never know until you start understanding what is doing in your vessel. You will run to danger. You will run to death. You will run to destruction until you know what is building in your vessel. If we take a questionnaire through the congregation, you will find out that some people went to some churches thinking that, okay, this is what, something good is here. And only after 5 years, they ran out with scars and tears. I don't want you to lift your hand. I don't want you to. But I know what I'm talking about. You know why you joined yourself to them? You didn't know what God was doing in your vessel. So you use your eyes to analyze. That's not how Jesus operates. Jesus will need to see his Father before he will understand. What do you see? You say you are the image of God? You are not following me. You are not following. The Greek word for man is anthropos. Anthropos means the being that was created to look upward. You see, the meaning of anthropos can only be gotten when you see the relationship between the moon and the sun. The moon doesn't have light to reflect. The extent of light the moon reflects is the degree to which it is angulated to the sun that has light. Are you following? That is anthropos. You were created to look upward. The extent of divinity that will be flowing out of your vessel is the angle at which you can catch light. Catch light in God. Catch light in your Father. If you cannot see light in your Father, there's no light in you to reflect. Don't get so proud and think there's something in you to give when you have not seen the light. What you will give them will be darkness. That's why sometimes you can't find the moon in the sky. It is there, but you can't see it because it is not angulated and it has received no light. You will give off no light if you have seen no light. Jesus said, I can do nothing of myself. See, anthropos, see, it's what I see. I look upward. It's what I see the Father do. That is what I do. It means that Jesus could give an explanation for his actions. He can tell us the things he has seen in God that is responsible for the things he did on earth. And that's why Jesus had to spend quality time in the place of prayer, because he had to discern what God was doing every single day. His life became an epistle to his Father. The ways of his Father were revealed through his doctrine. The power of his Father were revealed through his miracles. The mortality of his Father was revealed through his resurrection. What is your own story? What have you been preaching? What is the message of your life? Who have you revealed? Meanwhile, you were created not in your own image, but in the image of another. You were created in the likeness of another. The last time I saw you, you were trying to show your neighbor that you were not failing. You had 2 cars parked. You had just gotten a second PhD. You just finished from University of Nairobi, and they put a feather on your cap, and I salute you for your PhD. I congratulate you for graduating, for passing through the ivory tower. But when will you start living the way God is expecting you to live? When I was in the oil industry, I was still doing my 8 hours prayer a day. 4 hours, because they were constructing the road. So it would take me 4 hours to get to the office. I was praying in tongues. I would tell God, I say, Satan wants me to begin to commit sin, but I'm receiving grace from you so that I will never do it. Satan wants me to have many girlfriends, but I receive grace. That's my everyday. I will pray like that. And then 4 hours when I'm coming home, and I used that road for 7 years. That was why he said I shouldn't buy a car. I should be using, what do you call your buses? Matatu. Huh? What? I was using them. I had the money to buy one every month, but I was using it to go to work. When my colleagues would see me, they were ashamed because I was coming down from the bus. You should be coming with BMW X5. That was when X5 used to reign. In fact, X5 was the status car in my office. For you to prove that you have arrived, you must drive one X5 and horn. Cabo Sante. Then you just come out, leave the engine running, leave it running. Hey, then the colleagues will come and open pop coke and pour on the car, and say, you have joined us, you have joined us. I never had the opportunity to do that. They did not know the encounters I had inside of Matatu. They said, this one is a Jew. Demons are eating his money. I was cruising in the spirit. I was receiving help from God. And I did it for 7 years. 7 years. Some of the most iconic revelations I got them in those buses. Saiko Pelike Samakoria Abela. Oh, just going like that, and then I'm there with my jotter. As it is downloading, I am. The people, the conductors in charge of those buses sometimes felt I was crazy. They didn't know that I will leave them there as conductors, but I will go to the nations of the world. You will never know your story until you begin to yield. Then the shape, the concreteness of that which is doing in your vessel will be a pattern, will start coming out. A pattern. Because the pattern that was revealed in the life of David was the compatibility between worship and warfare. That Israel prospered in war the most. When they prospered in worship the most, it was the life of David that revealed that concrete pattern. There is a message that God is saying through every vessel, and if you yield enough, you will understand the message that is coming out of your own vessel. You will see what the Spirit of Christ is in your own life. In the life of someone, he might be a warrior in spirit. In the life of another one, he can be a man of wisdom in the economic war front. In the life of another, he becomes a God of signs and wonders. Who is Jesus in your vessel? Who is Jesus in your vessel? That's my question tonight. The Son can do nothing of himself. It is what he sees the Father do. That is what he does. Because he's an image. He's an image. He's designed to reflect God. He's designed to reflect God. He is an image.